Good evening students, it's Chandikla here and today we will start chapter number 5, that is multiples and factors. So our first topic is multiples. If we have to find multiple of a particular number, then we will multiply that particular number by counting numbers, and counting numbers means 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that, and we will get its multiple. That means we actually want any two numbers which when get multiplied we should get our own number, or we should multiply our number to get any other number. For example, suppose you have to find out the multiples of 5. In that condition, you will multiply 5 by 1, that will be 5. Then multiply 5 by 2, that will be 10. And then 5 into 3, that will be 15, and so on. That means this 5, 10, 15, these all are multiples of 5, because when you multiply 5 by any particular number, then you will get the multiple of 5. Likewise, we can find infinite number of multiples, because actually numbers we consider up to infinity. Similarly, our second topic is factors. That means if any number is given to you, for example 10, then you have to see that which are the counting numbers that divide 10 completely. Completely means leaving remainder 0. That will be the factors. So you know that when you multiply 10 by 1, that means 1 is factor of all numbers. So when you multiply 10 by 1, then 10 times you will get 10 and the remainder will be 0. That means you can say that 1 is the factor of 10. Similarly, when you divide it by 2, you will get here 5 and here remainder 0. That means 2 is also factor of 10 because it divides 10 completely. Completely means leaving remainder 0. Similarly, we know that 5. Similarly, we know that 10. These are the factors of 10. So likewise, we have to learn in this chapter about multiples and factors. Before that, we will start a recap exercise. Actually, recap means whatever you have learned in your smaller classes, we have to revise that and then we will start our chapter. So in recap exercise, in question number 1, you have two parts. First part is write the greatest two-digit multiple of 3. That means here we have to do two things. First thing, we have to find out multiple of 3. And the next thing is that multiple should be greatest two-digit number. Greatest two-digit number. Okay, in smaller classes you have learned how to write down greatest and smallest number. Here we do not want smallest number, but still I am mentioning just for your revision, smallest two-digit number, that is equal to 10. We know that this is the smallest two-digit number, and greatest two-digit number, greatest two-digit number, that is equal to 99, right? This we have learned in smaller classes. So here we want greatest two-digit number. That means we know that greatest two-digit number is 99, but that number should be multiple of 3. To check whether this number is multiple of 3 or not, we will divide this number by 3. If it completely divides 99, that means it is the multiple. And if it is not dividing, that means it is not the multiple. So 99 divided by 3. We know that 3 3s are 9. Here 9 minus 9 0, and take this 9 here. 3 3s are 9 0. That means if you are getting remainder 0, that means 3 is completely dividing this number. That means you can say that 3 into 33. 3 into 33 is equal to 99. That means this 99 is multiple of 3, because when you multiply any number by 3, you will get this number. So multiple, as the number indicates multiply. So when you multiply 3 by 33, you will get 99. So this is your required answer. Similarly, in B part also, same type of question is there. Write greatest three-digit multiple of 2. So here what we have to do, first thing we have to find out multiple of 2. But that should be greatest three-digit number. Greatest three-digit number. Similarly, what we will do, we will write first of all greatest three-digit number. Three-digit number. We know that greatest three-digit number is 999, right? And smallest three-digit number is 100. Okay. So What we want that this number must be multiple of 2. That means whenever you will divide this number by 2, it should completely divide it. That means your remainder should be 0. So let's see 999 divided by 2. So 2 4s are 8, then 1 19, 9s are 18. Division you know, so I hope you will do it by yourself. 19, so 9 times 18 and it will be 1. That means in this case you are not getting remainder 0. That means this is not multiple of 2. So then what we will do? Let's try the next number. After 999 we will get 1000. But we cannot take this number because we want only 3-digit number. And you see here 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4-digit number. That means we cannot take 1000. That means we cannot move forward. So what we will do? We will move in backward direction. So before 999, what is the number? 998. This is 3-digit number. 1, 2, 3. So let's divide it by 2 to see whether it is the multiple of 2 or not. So 2 4 times it is 8, then 1 9, then 9 times 18, then 1 and this 8 here. So 9 times 18 and remainder 0. Okay. That means we got remainder 0. That means this number is completely divisible by 2. So it is the multiple of, factor of 2, or you can say multiple of 2. So similarly, what we will say, when you will multiply this 2 by 499, you will get 998. This is rough work. This you will do in your rough notebook, not in fair notebook. In fair notebook, we will write this one. That means it is multiple of 2. Multiple means multiplied by 2. Then we will get greatest 3-digit number. So this is our required answer. In question number 2, some numbers are given and we have to encircle the numbers that are not multiple of 6. Read the question carefully. It is written not multiple of 6. Not means when we will divide the given number by 6, then if the remainder is 0, that means it is multiple. And if the remainder is anything other than 0, that will be not multiple. So we have to find out those numbers. I will do 1 or 2 for you. For example, first one is 26. Let's divide it by 6. So now you know 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18 and 6 4s are 24. So it is remainder is 2. That means you are not getting remainder 0. That means this 26 is not multiple of 6. So we have to circle those numbers which are not multiple of 6. That means 26 is not multiple of 6. So we will encircle that. Encircle means we will make a circle. Similarly, I will solve one more question, that is B part. 66. We have to see whether this is multiple of 6 or not. Then you divide this 66 by 6. 6 1s are 6. Then 0 and take this 6 here. Then 1 6 0. That means this time you are getting remainder 0. That means this number is multiple of 6. That means we will not circle it, because we have to encircle only those numbers which are not the multiple of 6. That means in this question you will divide the number, given number, by 6 and you will see. If you are getting 0, then don't circle it. And if you are getting anything other than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 something other than 0, then you will encircle it. Likewise, you will do question number 2. Then question number 3. Some numbers are given here and we have to encircle the numbers that are factors of 84. Factors of 84. So what we will do? We will again divide and see. If you are getting remainder 0, then you have to circle it. And if you are not getting remainder 0, then you don't have to circle it. For example, 1 I will do. First number given is 14. So what you have to do? You have to divide it. That means you have to divide 84. This is rough work. This rough work you will do in your rough notebook, not in the fair notebook. So here this is our fair work. So we will divide 84 by 14. So that means 14 6 is 84. You are getting remainder 0. So that means actually 14 is the factor of 84. So we will circle it.